loves, welcome back to my channel. Today we are sat in what is now known as Posh Penis Corner. Oh, before I get into the video, I've got to say a huge shout out to my Twitch followers. I have just joined Twitch a couple of days ago. I did a get ready with me this morning and the guys picked out my outfit, they picked out my accessories. It was really nice and I'm definitely going to do more of them. So do check out my Twitch stream, EmilyBoo13. Today's video is all about these and the reason my lipstick looks like this. I wish I could say my lipstick is usually better than this. I don't want to lie to you. At the time of filming this, it's been about 9 days since I got my 2 vertical lip piercings. I had a really nice day out in Camden. I actually took my patrons out for a day. We planned, like, my bra keeps falling down. You Twitch guys need to pick me a better bra next time. I actually took my patrons out for a day in Camden and we went shopping. Loads of us got piercings. So I'll link it at the end if you want to see the actual procedure being done. Ben got in there nice and close so he got some good footage of it. Got my fan again because it's like an oven in here. Is it like an oven in here or is it just me? It's just me, you sweaty bitch, you stink. And if you're new here, hi, how are ya? I used to look like this. I have had everything pierced. You name it, I put a metal bar for it. Sometimes a plastic bar. That's a way to make your piercer cry. I went through a phase of getting everything pierced. It was very therapeutic to me. It was very much a stress relief, an anxiety thing, and I just wanted to look freaking cool, alright? It has left me with shitloads of scars, and I do have a video on my piercing scars, which I will also link at the end of this if you want to see the reality of having that many piercings. So my first facial, I don't even think it was my first one. I started getting pierced when I was 3 months old. I had my ears pierced when I was 3 months old, and then my second lobes when I was 8, my belly button when I was 12, and my first facial piercing when I was 13, and that was my nose, and it never healed because it was pierced with an L-bend stud which kept falling out, and those studs are like, please don't go anywhere that uses those studs. I don't care if it's a great studio, I don't care if they're high quality, those studs are the devil's juice. You want a flat back labret, they're the only way that my nose piercings have healed. Sorry, another story. Other than my nose, my first like real facial piercing was my labret. A labret is a labret, people say. I say labret, I'm British, like we dull every language down. My labret was a straight through horizontal bar going through the center, I can't push it out because my lip hurts, through the center of my chin. This is a labret. It's very 90s and that's why I loved it. And I got it pierced when I was, I want to say 14, but I think it was 15. That started my addiction. My nose I got pierced because I was in high school and it was very much a girly thing to do in high school. Oh, you get your belly button pierced, I got my nose pierced. And then I got my lip pierced, bitch! And I have had that central horizontal labret for over 10 years now. It was my first, I say it's my first real facial piercing because I feel like noses are real facial piercings, but I didn't have it in long, the first one, because it kept falling out, but this one I had for many, many years. So we went to London to get piercings, and I originally booked in to have my nipples pierced. I've had them done many, many times. I swear I just like getting my boobs felt up, because I always end up taking them out. They get caught on sponges, they get caught on loofahs, husband bites my nipple, all of a sudden there's like blood everywhere. I'm like, just take it out, take it out. So I just give up on them very easily, but I do really want them done and I would like to get them done again this year. No, Ben, stay away from me till they've healed. So I was booked in to get them and then I went to the dentist. Now I love my dentist so much, she's so lovely, she always compliments my shoes, and I asked about gum erosion. I asked actually a few years ago when I went, the last time I went before recently was pre-COVID. COVID made me like just forget everything, and she did mention it then. She said that there was slight gum erosion and to just keep an eye on it. So over COVID, I have kept an eye on it. And then I went back for my post-COVID, we're still in COVID, but you know what I mean, my checkup, and she did mention that the back of the bar had eroded my gums even more. I keep seeing people online saying switch to a plastic bar, plastic will still do the same. If anything, it might do it faster because plastic has sharper edges and it cracks and it breaks. I don't think plastic is a good alternative. Once your gums start receding, I had it with my tongue bar. I had my tongue pierced for many years, and it eroded all the inside of my teeth. So my gums are already weak on the inside, and I was not going to risk them getting weaker on this side. I don't want to be like, oh mother no teeth, Ben, fancy a blowy? I mean, he might like that, but I don't want that. As soon as my dentist mentioned that it was getting worse, I went home and I made the very sad, very dramatic decision to take it out. But I didn't take it out then. I took it out in my Camden vlog because I was like, I've had it for so long, it's like a piece of me, and I just want to keep it for as long as I can. But it was only like 2 weeks from the dentist to Camden, so I figured like 2 more weeks wouldn't make a difference. Oh, how wrong I was. So after my dentist appointment, I had a little think about it, and I was like, right, what can I do? Because I knew I was going to take my lip piercing out regardless of what I did. Like if I could or I couldn't get lip piercings, I was going to take it out no matter what. Decided that I wouldn't get my nipples pierced. I would try vertical librets. Now even when I was going through all my piercing phase and I got everything pierced, if it was a limb, I put a bit of metal for it. I used to push drawing pins through my ears. Like, that's how cool I was. I say cool in a very uncool way. That's what losers do. And I wanted one in the middle because I really like that I have my nose, I have my septum, and I liked one in the middle, and I had a spike on my labret, and I really wanted to put a spike on this. But I have a lump in the middle of my lip. You can see it more in my Camden vlog. I did like little gross close-ups. So I thought I couldn't get one in the middle, so I decided to get doubles either side of the lump. I'll show you lump. I've never had them before, so usually when I get pierced I know what to expect, but this scared the shit out of me. Even when I was getting all my piercings in like a few years ago, vertical librets weren't really a thing. They weren't, that's the only way I can put it, they weren't a thing. Everybody had lip piercings that went straight through. God, I had 9 at one point. So that's how you did lip piercings at the time. Like, that was the fashion, that's what everyone did. And I bet you've all got gum erosion now, bitch. But going vertically is such a smart move because you get that look, you get that aesthetic, and you don't get the damage. You will be left with a scar if you take it out. That is inevitable. Your body may heal over. If you don't leave it in long enough, your scar will be very minimal. But due to the angle of the piercings, you probably won't see those very much. So I went to Boys Don't Cry studio in Camden and was pierced by the lovely and very sexy Damiano. What a wonderful guy, and he made me feel so relaxed because I always get nervous when I get piercings, but like I said, I've had everything pierced, so I always know roughly what to expect. But this always scared me. I have videos on my channel where I have said I would never get a vertical labret piercing because the idea of a needle going through my lip scared the shit out of me. It's different when it goes that way because it's skin, it's tissue. When it goes that way, it's a lip. It's an actual piece of flesh that I eat my burgers with, and it just scared me. It's a similar thing with a nipple. Like, it's not skin, it's a nipple. But I've had my nipple pierced so many times that doesn't scare me anymore. But I will shit myself on the day that I go to get them pierced again. So I was really scared to get these done, and he was so lovely. The studio was so lovely. I instantly, like they let me go in for a wee before the studio opened, and a lot of studios around here don't let you do that. I don't know why, but I was really surprised. It's like, I'm going to wet myself. I actually walked up and I went, I'm gonna poo myself. Can I go to the toilet? So the piercer was so wonderful, and he made me feel very calm. He was making jokes, and it really did put me at ease, and I would 100% go back to him. He asked me what thickness jewellery I wanted, 1.2, 1.6, which I never get asked that, so that was a really nice surprise too. And he had said that he watched a couple of my videos, and I have mentioned in every video that I do on piercings that I swell really big, so he put extra long bars in for me, which was really nice. It's that little bit of attention to detail. I get that vibe that he like really is passionate about what he does, and that makes a huge difference. So, round of applause for Damiano. So I was pierced with 1.6 12mm internally threaded titanium barbells, And like I said, I was just saying about swelling, I usually swell up like a motherfucker. My lips, you swell up, especially like I've been in 6 rounds of a wrestling bondage match with Chris Motionless, and he's been slapping me in the face with his dick. Oh, a little bit of a fancy coming out there. My lips swell up really, really big. But I didn't have that. I was so surprised. I had very, very minimal swelling with these. I did have bruising. I don't know which side. One side really did bruise. And I thought it had bruised so much that I thought I had forgotten to take my lipstick off because it was so purple, and I was like rubbing it with a wipe, like, why is my lipstick, because I'd done lipstick like a couple of days after, and I was like, why is my lipstick not coming off? Like, really, I was going through makeup remover, face wipes, like, why is this not coming off? Oh, it's the bruise. I think it is still like a tiny, tiny bit bruised. Yeah, like this little smudgy bit here is a little bit of bruising still. I tried to hide it with the, let's take a selfie. Sorry, I meant to send the piercer pictures of my lip, but I just haven't done it yet. So he's gonna get like a little barrage of selfies. How is the pain? Usually when I have 2 piercings done at the same time, the piercer will do one. So like, say your nipple, they'll do one piercing and then put the jewelry in, plaster it up, and that one is done. Then they do the other one. With these, it's my fault, I didn't ask, I just assumed, and you should never assume because it makes an ass of you and me. I just assumed that that's what he would do. But he put the needle through, and then I was expecting the taper and the jewelry to go through, so I was expecting the pain to carry on to be on this side. And then he went, breathe in, and then I went, and then the pain was on this side, and then that really hurt, and I was not prepared for that. But they are the worst pain piercings I have ever had. I'm like a motherfucker when I get pierced. I can just sit there. It will be the worst pain in the world, but I will sit there and just take it. Only with piercings though. Like, if anything else hurts, I'll fight back. But like, I'm paying this person to put me through pain, so I just deal with it. But yeah, the worst pain ever. I am obviously hoping these heal, but my body hates piercings. I feel like I used up my whole body's worth of piercings in my teenage life, and my body's like, no, Emily, you've done enough. No more. It's like Anastasia. Have you seen Anastasia? The Don Bluth film? Well, I freaking love that film. When Angela Lansbury is the Grand Duchess, she's like, it's never her. No more. No more. That's what I'm like. I'm like, my body's like the Grand Duchess. She's like, no more. The Dowager Empress, not the Grand Duchess. There we go. Yeah, so my body just hates piercings. It doesn't heal them anymore. My nose is the 21st and 22nd, or the 20th and 21st time I've had them pierced, and they've healed. I don't know what kind of black magic sorcery this is, but they have healed. So I'm really hoping that my body has forgiven me for piercing. And I pierced my ear. I'm a body piercer. I pierced my ear at work a few months ago now, and it's healed. So I'm hoping that my body is just allowing me to get piercings again, because I have a few more facial piercings I want to get. So back to the actual piercings. I did cry, but like not a full on like it was just like a little lone tear dropped solemnly down my winked fat cheek onto my soggy lap. It really hurt, guys. It was so painful. And yeah, the guys I went with to get it done, 2 of them had vertical labrettes, but they both had them on the edges where the skin is softer and thinner, and they both said that it didn't hurt. But you lie. I have like chunky lips, and there's a lot of tissue in there, and I swear every layer of tissue that needle broke through, more of my soul left my body. And I said in the vlog, like, I will never get, oh, never get this done again. We all say that, don't we? After every tattoo, I'm like, I'm never getting tattooed again. Hello, ink room. Yeah, I'd like to get tattooed again. It's hard when you work in a tattooist, because I can just go in and be like, do you want to tattoo me? Eating and drinking has been fine. Immediately after we got pierced, we went to Wetherspoons in Camden, and I fucked up the eye order. Oh my god, I'm sorry guy if you're watching. I fucked up my halloumi wrap. But we ate and I was able to eat. I think because the balls are lower down than most people have them, I didn't want them to be too far back into my lips. I have this setup I want to do. I keep mentioning it in videos and I'm not telling you what it is because I don't want you to steal it. I have this setup I want to do, and I wanted them to be closer to my lip than most people have them. So because they are a little bit more forward than most people have them, I've been able to eat and drink absolutely fine. I did bite into a really big burger the other day, like we're talking big burger, and it was so big that I had to like get lockjaw to do it, and it did that was quite difficult. That did touch the balls on my lip. And that was quite difficult, so I had to like take the burger apart and eat it really slowly, and it wasn't as good then. Eating and drinking has been fine. When I don't have a cup to show you, but when I drink, because they are more forward, the glass doesn't hit them. It doesn't even touch them. I have a candle. I don't have a glass, but can I put this in my mouth? I've had worse things in my mouth. So when I do that, like, it doesn't even touch them. I don't even know if you can see that, but I just put dust in my mouth. Dust! Anybody? Dust! One downside I have had to them is masks. Masks are not mandatory in the UK at the moment, but I have to wear one when I do the school run because it is their rules. Because the bars are longer at the bottom, when I have my mask on, the bars do catch on the bottom of my mask, so whenever I have it on I have to put my fingers up and just like hold the mask out or just don't talk, which doesn't happen. If you don't wear a mask, or if COVID actually disappears and we don't need masks anymore, then you'll be absolutely fine. And I feel like it wouldn't be as bad if it was one in the middle, because masks kind of go out a bit. It's just because mine are like off the middle and there is two and they do catch, which is a pain in the arse. As I said, it's only been about 9 days so far, but so far healing has been so easy, like really easy. I am using Neomed Sterile Saline Wound Wash to clean them. That's the only aftercare that I and piercers recommend. Neomed is the best. Compressed can, spray it on. I spray it onto a cotton bud. A lot of piercers don't like you to do that, but it works for me. So I spray it onto a cotton bud and then I use that to get the crusties off. But for the first like 5 days, they were very red on the bottom. The top, I haven't really had any crusties. I haven't really had any trouble with at all, to be honest, other than the bruising. But the bottom, I have had a lot of crusties, a lot of dry skin. Once they have healed a little bit more and I can downsize the bars, I will have like smaller bars and the balls will sit just under my lip. We like balls on our lips. Don't we, posh penis? I have another posh penis. Look, we are definitely going to get demonetized today. YouTube is scared of the willy. So let's have a little chat about Ben, because we did in my Camden vlog. This is just to tell you how nice that piercer is. So Ben got his scaffold pierced, industrial. I call it a scaffold, I'm old school. He had it pierced about 15 years ago and I don't know what happened. He took it out or it fell out. If Ben's jewellery falls out, he doesn't put it back in. He's so annoying. So it fell out, I guess, and he just didn't put it back in. So he went to get his scaffold re-pierced in London, and the piercer went to pierce it and then said, mate, it's still open. And he just pushed a bar like really, he didn't even push it, he put a bar through it, it just slid through. And then Ben got another piercing because he had the needle out. It was like, he didn't want to waste a needle or anything. But it's little things like that make me appreciate good piercers, because I know people around here where I live would have still pretended to pierce his scaffold and get more money, because it's 2 piercings, you can get a lot more money. And it's just little things like that make me appreciate a really good piercer, that he could have just faked it and nobody would have known, but he didn't. He did the right thing. And he's going to heaven for that. Because we got them pierced in London, it was a little bit more expensive than places that necessarily are around where I live. But we got high quality jewellery, we got a really good service, which is the main thing for me. My body just struggles to heal surgical steel, and I didn't realise this was a thing until until I got my nose pierced actually, and they are pierced with implant grade titanium, and I think that's why they have healed so well. And that's the same jewelry as what these are, and that's why I'm so hopeful. Surgical steel is, I know it sounds good, it sounds fancy, doesn't it? It's surgical steel. And I know people are going to argue with me in the comments here. Don't bother, because I don't care. But surgical steel gets dents in it, it's not a smooth finish, and little tiny things like, and it's externally threaded, which bleh, in the bin with you, but it's little bits of detail like that that contribute to piercings not healing. And I know I was joking earlier about my body just using up all its healing power, but I think that's why my body never healed piercings very well, is because they were being pierced with shit cheap jewelry. But I go for high quality jewelry, which only costs like £5 more, £10 more maybe, and they've healed. It's something that I didn't realise many years ago when I was getting all my piercings, but you know, if you take anything from this video, let it be that. Go to somewhere that uses implant grade titanium, internally threaded jewelry. Trust me, it makes a difference. And before you comment like, I've had mine with surgical steel and they're fine, good for you. I don't care. I am a big lipstick wearer. I feel so naked if I don't have lipstick. So like, this is how I've been putting lipstick on, so I can still have it on and it not affect the healing of my piercings. I realise it looks shit, but I am happy, okay? I'm happy. Let me tell you though, straight after I had them pierced, the dryness, oh my god, the dryness. My lips were drier than these lips when Boris Johnson comes on my telly. Like, I get dry lips anyway. These ones, not these ones. These ones are frequently moist. Straight after I got pierced, they did get so dry. And I couldn't like lick my lips to like give them a little bit of saliva moisture. Don't touch them, Emily. Just die of thirst. But when I got home, I was able to put lip balm on very slowly and carefully on the outside, and then a little bit in the middle, and then slother my top lip in it. But my lips have been so dry every day since I've had them done. I'm hoping that goes away, because putting lip balm on my lips at the minute is like a freaking Squid Game challenge. It's so difficult. I would die in round one. So I won't be able to put lipstick around them for at least 6 weeks. I plan to go like a lot longer, and for me, I'll probably wait until they've healed. So you're gonna see this lip look a lot. I'm sorry. I might get frisky one day and like try and put them a little bit more around them, but we shall see. But the best part about these piercings is no teeth damage. I get the aesthetic, I get the look I want, and they don't touch my teeth. And one thing I used to do when I have anxiety, and one thing I would always do, which has damaged like the top of my teeth, is I would run my teeth along the back of my lip bar or my lip bars. So I'd just be sat there and be like that, like I was on X. Like, it was very much a comfort for me, and I keep going to do that, but there's no bar there, and I'm like but I'm so glad that I have the look of what I wanted. Even better, because it gives me like a front and a back, whereas this just gave you a front. So this looks even more hardcore because you've got more metal in your face. And I have no damage whatsoever other than my dry ass lips. Another con when I'm eating is I am scared for my life, like I'm running away in Jurassic Park, of using a fork. Like, I am so scared of putting a fork in my mouth, because it hasn't happened, but all I can think about is a fork, me putting like chips on a fork. I don't put chips on a fork, that was the first thing my brain went to, and just putting it really slowly. It was at this moment Emily knew she fucked up. And putting it in my mouth, and just the prongs of the fork getting stuck in them, me not realising, eating my chips, pulling it away. I can almost see it happening, and I don't want it to happen, obviously. So I've been very scared of forks. A lot of like eating fingers, a lot of eating food with my fingers, which I do anyway, I'm a messy slag. But there has been a lot of like putting forks in through the side of my mouth, like Or just a lot of eating pizza where I can just like shove a whole triangle in there. A tip for healing piercings as well, like any piercing, is I take daily vitamins. I try to take them anyway, but I always forget. But especially after I get a piercing, I try even harder to take daily vitamins because it helps build your immune system up. It helps make you that little bit stronger, and a stronger immune system means your body will heal a little bit faster and will just, that's it, they'll heal a little bit faster. So daily vitamins will be your best friend after you get any piercing. Overall, I think they have definitely been worth the pain. Even though I kept saying like they hurt so much I wouldn't get them done again, once I forget about the pain, I would definitely get them done again, especially a central one. Maybe even like, I want 2 more here now. Now that there's no teeth damage, I just want all of the piercings. And if you're in Camden, I very, very strongly recommend you check out Damiano at Boys Don't Cry Piercing Studio. I think that's it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've forgotten to say. Hopefully I'll be sat here in 6 months time like, yeah, they're healed. But who knows? I have so many more piercings I want to get. I like to focus, I like to get piercings, wait for them to heal before I get more. So once these have hopefully healed, I have so many more facial piercings that I really want to get back, but I won't tell you which ones they are. Do you know what? I'm just falling in love with piercings again, and it feels great. I hope I answered your questions. If I didn't, please just comment below and I will try my best to answer them. I'm trying to think, but I think that is everything that I wanted to say. I will pop the shop link and Damiano's links in the description below. Please do send him some love. What a babe. Thank you so much for watching. Here's my Twitch. Here is my Patreon. Send me some love. Send me some follows. Keep an eye on this one because we will be planning more days out, more little secret meetups, and we had so much fun at the one where we got these. That's it. I'm gonna go. Thank you, boobs, so much for watching. It really means a lot. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell because YouTube hates my channel. And I will see you very soon with another video. Come on, penis. Let's say goodbye. Much love, boobs. Take care of yourself. And most of all, don't suck dick while they're healing.